Welcome to Healthy Skeptics. We're a sarcastic mom-daughter duo taking on life, wellness, and all the trends that make us roll our eyes. I'm Dr. Michele, the functional medicine practitioner who's been around long enough to spot the BS, and this is Kate, my slightly rebellious but highly skeptical co-host.
We're here to question everything because, let's be real, most things aren't as deep or as life-changing as people claim. Expect blunt conversations, a little sass, and a lot of, did they just really say that? Moments. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's talk about the things no one else will say out loud. All right, welcome back to another episode of Healthy Skeptics.
We're going to switch it up.
I guess we're going to switch it up, but we just want to talk.
Wait, no, it's only episode 15, and we're bored with ourselves, so we're switching it up.
We're bored. I'm not bored.
It's not so much bored. It's just, I think that we could have a lot more fun and talk about things that are like not so planned.
Not so planned.
Not so planned.
Yeah. So when we started this podcast, we were like, we have all of these behind the scenes conversations, whether it's like in the car or we're on a walk or bitching about something or a trend just came out or we want to just.
Oh my God. If you saw we actually DM each other on Instagram. It's kind of funny.
And so this podcast is always supposed to be an outlet for that, but also I think like most people actually think and feel the same way that we do about a lot of what's going on, and it'd just be more fun to talk about it. And
instead of trying to I think we always will come back to a point of health. Always. I mean, whatever we talk about, it's always like, oh my gosh, can you believe this? And then why don't they know this? I mean, it's always our conversations, but it's not so much, we're going to pick a topic and we're going to deep dive and all that kind of stuff.
We might. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
But it'll be off the cuff. It's not going to be planned. It's not going to be, hey, here's the outline. Let's follow it today. I don't want that anymore.
We're not outline people. We were actually talking about this today where I was like, I don't know when I became this person, but most of my friends will label me as rebellious and or not a rule follower.
And I said, welcome to my life, because my friends and at my age even still go, you don't follow the rules. Like if there's a rule, you're either going to figure out how to break it completely, just be done with it, or you're going to go around it. And I'm like, well, that's who I am.
I don't see myself as rebellious, but I also just think a lot of things out there that people are doing are like, why? It's just dumb. And then you were like, well, welcome to my life. No, but actually I've never been like this.
Well, you weren't a rule follower in a traditional sense. You did go to college, because, and I think the only reason you went is,
but did I actually go to college? Because
did you go to class?
Show up?
No.
But I think I figured out the system.
Yes. And that's what you like to do. You like to figure out.
I know how to play the game.
Well, that's what you like to figure out.
So that I can do whatever the heck I want to do.
Right. Yes.
That is, I guess, not.
It's a life skill.
It's more rebellious.
No, it's a total life skill. People will be jealous that you have that life skill.
Yeah. Well, speaking of rules,
you're in trouble though sometimes too.
All the time. Literally all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one of our conversations from the other day. As I said, it was the funniest thing to me. There was a group of us that gathered. A friend of ours came back for a visit. She had moved away, and about, I think 15 or 16 of us got together for lunch, and we were all sitting around this big table. And I looked around after our food arrived. Every single woman.
Of you?
16
of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone had a salad. I almost died, including myself, which was like, I don't typically eat salads going out.
You eat salads all the time.
No, I'll eat like a small salad after my meal because I hate that eat before my meal thing that Americans do. But I'll order salad and I push it aside a little bit and I'll eat it. I will eat it. I do love salads. I am a bunny. I know. But
Mom, you literally talk about the different flavors of lettuce.
I know, but I love
the
different flavors of lettuce.
And how they each taste different.
Have you never done that?
You don't like dressing because it ruins the flavor of the lettuce. I don't know one other person that is like, the flavor of lettuce. So don't, you be like, oh, I can't believe I ordered a salad.
No.
Oh, you eat.
No. I don't order a salad typically as my meal, as my whole meal. Like I'm not a salad girl.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
You are a salad girl, but you're not a meal. You're not a.
Typically, I would have a freaking burger, but that day,
you are a burger girl.
That day, I really wanted shrimp, and the only shrimp that was on the menu was tempura, which I didn't. I knew that all I was going to do was pick all the batter off and eat the shrimp out of the middle. Yes,
really funny.
So I was like, I don't want to order the tempura. Whatever, whatever, they're mine. I don't want to order tempura. I want, the shrimp that typically, like, it's usually just grilled shrimp that comes on a salad. Okay. First of all, it was blackened. It was awful. I had to pick all the blackening off.
To your point.
But my point was, I looked around the table and everybody had a salad.
And the smallest version.
And there are two sizes. Yeah. And we all had the small version, which I almost got the bigger one because I wanted more protein, but I'm like, I can always go home and eat something. So.
Why did you think that?
Well, because part of it is you're having conversations with people. So it's like, shoving in a big plate of lettuce. It's like I wanted a smaller version, because I was walking around talking to people, whatever. We weren't all just sitting. Everybody was in little groups.
Do you think everybody thought that? Or do you think women just
No, I think women order salads. And I think women especially order salads in front of other women. Look at me. I'm eating healthy. I'm going to keep my figure. I don't want to gain any weight. I mean, it's all the shit. Well, okay, whatever. That sounded a little old.
No one says that anymore.
I know.
No one says that. No one talks about keeping their figure. No one wants the figure that they have. So instead of keeping a figure anymore, it's like, how do I change?
What's really sad, what's really, really sad is that in the 50s, before Twiggy, before the 60s and Twiggy and the heroin look, which continued.
That was the 90s.
Well, no, I'm saying, but Twiggy started it in the 60s.
60s was the heroin chic? No, that was 90s. Sorry.
It wasn't called heroin chic. It was just Twiggy.
Okay. Twiggy was
a model.
Okay.
That was her name.
I know who Twiggy is.
Okay. Well, it probably wasn't her name. Dear God, if her mother named her that. But Twiggy, that's where this started. But before that, like being full figured, as they called it, as the old Playtex bra commercials would call it, being full figured was a thing. Like men liked it, women liked it. Every woman that was skinny wanted.
What was full figured? Because full figured, they would have called Marilyn Monroe full figured, and she was tiny.
I don't know how big was she.
She was small. She was a tiny. In my opinion, you see pictures and stuff of her. She was small. Look at her, like she had hips.
Girl she had a booty,
but she had like her legs were tiny. Her upper body was small. Like she wasn't. So like full figured even when they were calling it full figured was still pretty small.
Well, I think in the 40s and early 50s, the teeny tiny waist was the thing.
Mm-hmm. Still a thing.
Big boobs, big butt.
Still a thing.
Tiny waist.
That's literally what it is now.
But I'm just saying, but it's different now. It's different now. Okay. It's not the same. It's not, women weren't shamed for their size before.
Before when?
Before Look magazine and Twiggy in like 1960 something.
Okay.
So you could be different sizes. The hourglass figure is still like it's still perfection, right? But the hourglass could be a little bit larger than what we think of now. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, it was just funny to me that I sat there and I just went, we all have. Why did no one order actual food?
I have talked about this at length.
I know.
With clients.
I know.
And with them.
And I thought about that.
You thought about it while everyone was ordering a salad?
Well, I didn't really pay attention to what people ordered until everybody got their food and I went,
Two things are happening here. One, there may be some social pressure. Mm-hmm. That like, why am I going to get a chicken breast and baked potatoes when everyone's ordering salad? We all feel that.
Never bothers me.
A lot of, I mean, honestly, I would be lying if I said that when I'm out, I'm asking what other people, like, it's just a thing. You're in a group, like, you're asking what everyone's.
Yes, but
I do it way less now, but it's a thing. You feel pressure.
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe at your age, I don't anymore. The only person I ask what they're ordering is my husband, and
because he orders better than you.
Well, I just want to know what I'm sharing. So if we're gonna get the same thing, I'm gonna order something different.
Right.
That's it. That's the only person I ask.
But second thing is there's the illusion that the salad is the healthier choice.
Yes.
And that's
Wrong.
what irritates me, because 9 times out of 10, it's usually not the healthier choice. And not because, and I think a lot of people will be like, oh, it's because they put all the stuff on the salad and then it builds up the calories and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, actually put more stuff on the salad and build up the calories. You're actually, in my opinion, making it a more nutritious, filling meal. So I'm not actually talking about it from that standpoint. I'm talking about it from the standpoint of like lettuce. While it does have
lots of good flavor.
No. While it does have some, and depending on the type of lettuce, some nutrients, for the most part, it's a pretty low dense, nutrient dense food.
Hard to digest.
Hard to digest.
Which is why Americans decide to put it in front of their freaking food. I do not understand.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? So we're eating it first.
Yep.
Your body's using up all its digestive energy to try to process that. And then we're going to go eat a big meal afterwards and think that you're not going to feel bloated and constipated. Like you don't want to go to bed afterwards. Like, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
So, and also to that point, we're like, okay, it's less nutrients probably than something else. Like if I'm going to order a chicken breast and potatoes and broccoli or whatever else, that's going to be more nutrient dense.
But you could get with like some gravy on it and some
you're also,
butter and sour cream.
You're also going to feel more satisfied.
Yeah,
that meal is going to sustain you for 4 or 5 hours, which is optimal for blood sugar. That we have a whole it's called the MMC part of our digestive system, and it's essentially what moves our food through our digestive tract. It takes 4 hours to do it. Stuff is like if you're eating a salad for lunch and then an hour and a half later you're hungry, now we're snacking, and then we're snacking while we're cooking dinner, and we are not giving our body time to process and do all the things it's supposed to do. So now, and probably you're going to end up eating more calories.
Well, that was kind of my question, was like, I would love to ask every single one of them how many of them car snacked later.
Yeah.
Like who's closet eating? Who's got the cookies in the closet?
The closet is now the car, though.
Oh,
no one's eating in the closet anymore. I feel like people are snacking in the car. If I stop and I get something and I eat it quick in the car,
you make sure you throw it away. No, you make sure you stop at a gas station and throw it away.
That didn't happen.
I know, exactly.
Yeah. No.
Wait, can I tell a quick story about closet car eating? Yeah. So my sister.
Good at playing?
Holy no. Oh yeah. Well, yes, I lived on Good Plains. In nursing school, I lived on Good and Plains. I had them shoved everywhere.
Okay,
I love
so your
licorice.
sister.
No, so my sister, she used to borrow my car all the time, and I would get in my car, and they would she's gonna kill me, but I didn't say which one.
They had 4 sisters. 3 sisters.
3 sisters. Yeah. So, and there would be A&W boxes shoved under the front seat of my car, and in the front seat of the other side, and in the back. I mean, there was always trash food remnants shoved all over my car. I used to get so mad. I didn't really think about what was going on with her and why she was doing that. I was just like, why are you leaving trash in my car? But, but yeah, car eating.
Yeah.
Shoving it in corners.
So, I mean, if you say you haven't done that.
Oh, you're a liar.
You're a liar.
Okay,
You're a liar.
Okay, full disclosure, I've been craving. So I've been doing our Restore 30.
Yeah,
and it's really been going well.
Yeah.
And
you're on day 9.
Day 9 today.
Okay.
I know.
What is today? Did you listen to it already?
No.
Okay.
We're doing this. I'll listen to it after. But
what is day 9 in the program?
But I for a week I've been craving potato chips, and I haven't been buying junk food in the house.
Well, why have you been craving potato chips?
I think it's the salt, and that's a whole other thing.
Okay. What's causing you to be stressed out? Why do you need salt?
Oh, there are too many things. We won't bore people with my personal life on the podcast, but so many things. I'm starting to feel stressed about, different things that are happening.
Yes. So if you're having a craving for salt, that's a very good indication that.
I know, but I'm going to say, I'm going to.
Okay, go ahead.
So
all
week. And I kept going, I'm just going to go Trader Joe's. I'm going to get my favorite truffle potato chips. I'm just going to freaking eat them. And then I was like, no, don't do it. You'll eat the whole bag. It's so I'm having this little conversation, good guy, bad guy on my shoulders talking to me. So no. So yesterday I stopped to get a few things for dinner to make my Irish meal last night. And
really good.
yeah, thank you. And they have a sale on the Siete new potato chips. Oh my God, the chili lime.
Okay.
Oh, you would love the chili lime because they're like your Trader Joe things. Bought the bag on my way home, ate half the bag, got home, shoved it into the trash can that was going out to the curb.
So do you see, as a coach, I want to coach you through this situation.
I'm just saying. I needed them. I should have done it.
But do you see what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so all week you're having a craving, and whatever the craving means, right?
Yeah.
So like, and I want everyone pay attention. It's an important coaching moment. You're having a craving all week for salt. Now, we can analyze that craving and we can go, okay,
I know.
stress. Yeah, you know why.
I know.
High stress. Yeah. Body's, craving that resource. Salt, sodium is a huge resource for your adrenal glands that are pumping out those stress hormones. So either you're depleted in those resources because you've been under stress, or you just need more. Okay. So we could go through let's make better choices. Let's have some salt in our water right away in the morning, which you can still do this, right? Yeah. Let's have adrenal cocktails. Yeah. Let's salt our food more, blah, blah, blah. Let's build up that resource.
Right. But
you're craving a potato chip. Okay.
Oh yeah. Very specifically, but it has to be organic and have some flavor.
Okay. Shut up. So instead of not labeling food as good, bad, whatever, which you were doing in your head.
Yes, I was.
I'm going to restrict and not tell myself no towards this food, this innocuous food, which who cares if you had a few potato chips, right?
It's not a few, it's a bag.
No, but it's only a bag because you spent, it's only a bag because you spent an entire week talking yourself out of getting the chip and eating the chip.
Yeah.
Because of your internal dialogue of going, that's bad for me.
Because I'm trying so hard to shift.
I understand.
No, I know. I'm trying so hard to make these shifts, right? To really pay attention and make shifts to get back to kind of in my brain, my happy place, right?
Sure.
So it's I've been doing this, and then it's and then yes, you're right. So now here I am going, well, why do I want to ruin that by having a freaking potato chip?
And that's the mindset that needs to change.
Yes, I know that.
Okay. So if you're these are the conversations that I have with my clients. I'm now coaching my mother here, my doctor mother who knows better. It doesn't matter. Okay. So in reality, the mindset shift that actually needs to happen is that going and getting the potato chips would have been fine.
I know.
Right? You're not ruining anything.
No.
And the binging is what actually ruins. Yep. That ruins, if you want to say. But had you just gone and got a bag of potato, I'm craving potato chips. I'm going to go get the potato chips. I'm going to have a couple of potato chips. Now I feel fine. And tomorrow, if I want to eat a few more, I'll have a few more freaking potato chips.
Have you ever had the Trader Joe's?
It doesn't matter.
Ones? Yes. People can't just eat one. Yes. It's Lay's potato chips.
I'm not saying, but that's when you allow yourself permission, and in the same vein, it's the food isn't bad, that I'm not restricting myself from things, then guess what? They don't become this huge thing that you can't go get a bag and have some. But it's a practice we don't do, and it takes when that's a consistent mindset, when that's a mindset that we live in, because every woman lives in this good food, bad food, can't eat potato chips, I gotta be healthy, blah blah blah. It takes so long to unravel that till we get to the point where we can be around and allow food into our life. So let's say you would have done that and you just would have gone and got potato chips and had a few potatoes, that would have done nothing except for curb your craving, made you feel better. You would have moved on with your life. Things, yes. All good things.
Instead of thinking about it all week.
Potato chips the next day. Or not.
All I'm saying is the Siete bag is smaller than a normal bag of potato chips, and I only ate half. So really it was just a large bag of, grab and goes.
Okay. And you wouldn't have eaten it in the car. And you could have paired it with lunch. Or hey, I'm making this my lunch for myself, and I'm going to throw some potato chips on the plate because I want some potato chips. And now I'm eating it with a protein, which is going to be better for my blood sugar, for my satiety, blah, 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 blah.
Thanks, coach.
But these are the mindset things that I need. So two things. One, the what's actually going to satiate you? What do you actually want if you're like out to eat? Right? Because even if you get a larger, bigger calorie meal, you're probably going to feel full for 6 hours, which is good. And it's good for your digestion and all of these things. You're probably going to end up eating less overall throughout the day.
Yeah. And
feel better. Second thing is like eat the damn potato chip, because I like, this is the binge eating is really what, first of all, creates a huge calorie surplus, causes a lot of weight gain. It causes a lot of stress. Do you know how much stress and energy you probably spent thinking about potato chips all week?
Stress.
But you know what I mean? Like, yes, you're having an internal battle dialogue over a potato chip. A battle over, like, we need to be spending our energy thinking about other things. Like we have other things that our resources should be going towards. So anyways.
Oh, there you go.
And
yes, the behind the scene conversations that happen. I don't normally share my
I feel like though it's good because this is so common. This is like it's relatable because this is all things. I mean, like oh my gosh, it took me years to get over the good food, bad food thing.
It is hard. It's one of the things I think that's hardest to let go of, by way of, social training.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And especially as a woman, I don't think guys make two thoughts about
they're like, give me the mozzarella stick.
I know. They don't ever.
That actually recently happened. They're like, I don't remember where we were, but it's true. And it was that blip of a moment where a guy was looking at the menu and they literally just order whatever sounds good. And I'm not saying like, listen, there is something to be said about, 80-20 or whatever
you want to break it down. Yeah.
Nourishing your body. And like, that is important. And obviously I hope you guys know I'm not saying just like eat all the junk food. I think you're smart enough to understand what we're actually talking about, but it's a social conditioning for women. And when the majority of your time is spent eating, good whole foods and things that make your body feel good, whatever that is. For you, it might be a burger. For somebody else, it might be edamame beans. I don't freaking know, nor do I care, because they're both great whole foods. But yeah, then, again, having the potato chip or having dessert or having, a cookie or having whatever it is, some red dye 40.
Oh, don't do it. Sorry. Say that. It's a whole nother podcast.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we need to get over it. And I was somebody that spent so much time and I was the all carbs are bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like, this is a perfect example of this, where like carbs are so bad, chips are so bad, that I would, so you have a potato chip, and let's say like a serving, let's say a serving of potato chips.
We're just gonna stand potato chips.
I know, was like 150 calories. Like, I think the Siete chips, like 17 chips, and it's like 150 calories.
So see, I didn't do that.
Okay, well, anyways.
See, bad. I did it again.
See? So let's say that. I was so in the like no carb chips bad. Although Siete chips would have fallen under a good, because they aren't they not grains?
Well, not the potato chips. They have a potato chip line now, but the point is they're cooked in avocado oil, which
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway,
I love salt and vinegar so much. I still love salt and vinegar, but the almonds. They made the almonds. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And I'd get tins of the almonds because they made the salt and vinegar almonds, which are still very good, but I would eat
that's kind of your meal.
Container of the salt and vinegar chips because I wasn't allowing
almonds.
Sorry.
Okay.
Almonds that I wasn't. Do you know how many calories are in?
I have no idea.
Thousands.
Do you want to go down? Do you know how much water it took to grow that?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
The fact that almonds are not great for your digestion, all the things. And then I'm like, why is my skin horrible? And why am I so bloated? And why can't I poop? And whatever. Must be the carbs.
I know.
Or the dairy.
I know. It's sad. It is sad. And, but I guess, yeah. Moral of the story is order what you freaking want, especially if you're out. I mean, especially if you're out. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're out, we're having friends. But it's like you're out, you're with friends, you're enjoying, time with someone, or, celebrating something or whatever it is. Enjoy.
9 times out of 10, if you practice, this is another thing, if you practice just like you go out to eat and order something that you actually want, you probably won't eat the whole thing.
You think so?
Well, I think 9 times out, if we're actually listening to our intuition and what our body's saying we want and what we actually are craving, and we order it, like, then you're just going to eat till it's done. But that has to be it doesn't work if you are like, well, tonight I'm going to order the pasta and I'm going to do it. Then you're going to eat it all, and you're going to eat past satiety, and because you're allowing yourself something you don't usually allow yourself.
Yeah,
if you consistently practice giving yourself the thing that you want, you will not eat, like, you'll just stop because it's now allowed.
Right.
And if I go out, next week and I want pasta, I'm going to get it.
Well, but it's kind of like so we have hunger hormones that turn on and off, right? That we actually teach ourselves and our children how to ignore those very early in life, really. Hey, clean your plate. Well, I'm not hungry, but clean your plate anyway. Starving children. That's what I got. Wow. So, oh my gosh, the lectures. Okay. But I'm just saying, it's like we have these hunger hormones that are built in. They're supposed to turn on when we need food, and they turn off when we have fed our body what it needs. We lose touch with those over time.
Because your body's not a calculator, and it doesn't reset at 2,000 calories. And when you go to bed, it doesn't reset and go, oh, well, we ate 2,100 calories, and now we're going to spin the wheels back to 0.
Yeah, that wasn't where I was going, but now I don't remember my train of thought, so we're done.
You're saying your hunger hormones on, off.
Yes.
Your body, yeah.
I got that, but now I don't remember.
I know what you're going to say.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to predict it.
Okay.
But we teach ourselves to ignore those things. And then, especially when we restrict and we refrain from eating or honoring what our body's telling us we want to eat, then over time, we're also turning those things off.
Kind of. But I was also now I know what I was going to say, but that's one theory. The other one was that our conscious mind can override those hormones. So even if the hormones are working properly, our conscious mind can override that and say, I'm not going to eat that, and like, I'm not going to.
Isn't that what I just said?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe. Was I listening?
I don't know. I'm glad you thought of the thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it comes back. Sometimes it's gone forever. Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Usually it's gone forever.
Oh, well. Anyway. So I probably should eat more.
This is what happened today. Yeah, this is what happened this week.
So. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully you like the new format. You learned a little something along the way.
It's a new format, but
no, it's just a new type of conversation, and I think
we enjoy this better.
And it is, and it's like I think it's just I want to be more real. If we're going to have conversations, it's like, let's have conversations, not well, that's not on my outline, so I don't know that I want to say that.
Yes, but to that vein too, like, I kind of would love for this podcast to be more of a two-way street. So having more input from you guys of like, what do you want to learn about, hear about? What do you like? Like, comment on the bottom of our podcast. We've had at this point, like, lots of different formats. So we've brought on guests, we've done deep dives, we've done wellness trends, which I love, that we'll still do.
Yeah.
But
those would be more of the like, oh my gosh, did you see this today?
But comment, let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you're like, enjoying listening to. Questions. We like doing question and answers. So again, we're trying to figure this whole thing out too, and find the thing that is going to be valuable and fun. And we want to hear from you. So.
Yeah. We want to we want to come along with you on your walks or your drives or all those kinds of things. We want to go, we want to listen to them, because I learned something, but it was fun. It wasn't boring.
We learned that there's like 172 million podcasts out there. So
yeah,
anyway.
It is insane. So,
all right. We'll see you next time.